All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. All right, when we look at uh, the conference of the Big 12 and how um, they are really in the third best position in college sports right now uh, as a conference next to the Big 10 and the AA, no, not the AAC, and the SEC. And I'm going to point out a couple of things that they could do to improve their position and kind of like solidify the third best conference in college sports right now. And the first point is the Big 12 should expand to 16 members. I know I made a video previously about the Big 12 going to not adding Gonzaga as a basketball only member, while it only adds more popularity to the conference, and it does add a quality basketball team to make them the number one competitive basketball conference next to the ACC. Now, I was against this because it would only bring in one competitive sport to the whole university, meaning that it's not a full-fledged member, and it could take away from the conference as it relates to competing all year round in Olympic sports as well as football. So we know the driving force to revenue is football first and then basketball second. So that's why I disagree with the Big 12 adding Gonzaga. Now, here is the exception with new information and considering broadening the perspective of Big 12 expansion. The other factor to consider is I also made a video that talked about the Big 12 adding Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah. Well, there has been discussions that it is believed that Utah does not want to join the Big 12. Now, that could change, or it could just be speculation. So allegedly, the Utah Utes do not want to join the Big 12. So, with that being said, I can see how Gonzaga would replace this member. Now, moving forward, okay, I believe that this is my recommendation to the Big 12 is that they do expand and become a 16 member conference, just as the Big 10 as well as the SEC. And with that, I'm going to advise the members that I believe would be a good fit moving forward that the Big 12 should consider adding to their conference. And the first member, I believe, that would be a good fit in the Big 12 would be, of course, Colorado University. Okay. The reason why is because it gives the Big 12 the Colorado market. It also adds a Regency competitive component to BYU. With the exception of the Utah Utes not joining, Colorado would be there in proximity as a neighboring program for the BYU to compete with. Okay, the next team that the Big 12 should add would be Arizona. Okay, Arizona should be the second member to add to the Big 12 because it gives them a fairly reasonable contender out of the Pac-12 to compete and distribute the Arizona market to the Big 12. It gives them, that Pacific time zone slot to go with Colorado and BYU. So they would be a good fit for the Big 12. So Arizona as well as Colorado would be two contenders that I believe that the Big 12 should add. Okay. Now, another member that the Big 12 should add, and I believe this would be good considering going outside of the Pac-12 with adding San Diego State University. Okay, San Diego State will bring the rest of the Southern California market, the San Diego market, down in that region to the Big 12, and of course give more of the Pacific time zone and window slots. Now, San Diego State is a bit far-fetched from by being in a state in its own. If it do add San Diego State, it would be a California school, and it would be closer to Arizona than if they had two members coming out of California. But San Diego State can be developed and grow in the Pac-12. In the Big 12, along with the other members. So I believe San Diego State would be a good fit for the Big 12. Last but not least, okay, with those three members joining Arizona, Colorado, and San Diego State, then it would be safe to say that maybe the Big 12 would consider accepting Gonzaga. That would be the only exception to make it 4 members. But then once again, it's a little risky to just have a basketball only member, because I don't believe the Big Ten or the SEC has just a basketball only member. So with that being said, I do believe that it's a bit risky, but if you add San Diego State, you add Colorado and Arizona, then in Gonzaga, I believe that would be a good component or a good group of 4 teams to add to the Big 12, with the exception of Utah not joining. Because for one, while those other schools can distribute basketball and a bit of, football and a bit of basketball competitive rivalry, Gonzaga would add a solid basketball program. Now, this is my advice to the Big 12 to consider adding them 4 schools, with the exception of Utah not wanting to join. All right. Once again, thank y'all for watching Global News Sports Edition. Until next time, don't forget to like this video and share. Thank you. Have a great day.